If you wanted to, you can even stick it inside the mounting block. That's
Okay.
got a nice hole in it.
My mom is.
Hi. Boy. I do think he benefits from the 2 days in a row, I think.
Yeah.
Well, hello. 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 Okay. We're going to work now. Okay? Okay. All right. So we're going to break it down to being in 2 different spots today. So that way we don't add too much confusion to him. Yes, we've decided you can't do that yet. After. That'd be a reward for being a good boy. Yeah, something to look forward to. Oh. Okay, so at each cone, we're going to, what's that?
I was wondering if you wanted to start him.
Okay.
And then I could take over.
Sure.
Maybe that way, so I'm not blurring the message.
Okay.
And then once he understands it, I could try to do it with him.
Sure, sure. Have him back to that cone. And I'm going to have him back up. Good. So I'm going to ask him to do is I'm going to ask him to walk. I'm going to ask him to walk to the next cone. And I'm going to ask him to yield his hind end and stay there and back up. I'm going to ask him to walk. Let him know something's about to happen. Yield his hind end. Back him up. So clearly he remembers this from yesterday, which is good because we're starting on a nice, calm page. Good. So I had to get a little more clear at that moment. Good. To just say, because he's got a habit of coming in when you yield him. So he thought about doing it that time, and then I just kind of said, well, don't do that. I'm going to go sideways. Woo. Good. Good. So we want him to figure out that a moment of rest, that's a nice sigh, a moment of rest is a positive thing. For him, it's kind of not because of his energy. So we're not going to leave him resting too long because you leave him resting too long. Reward, it's actually almost like a punishment. So I'm going to put him right back where I had put him. And I'm going to get a little loud about it, hoping not to spin him out too bad. So I'm going to see if I can get him to go sideways, because that's going to be what he needs to do to be where I want him to be. So I'm trying to talk to the hindquarters, not the front end. Good boy. A nice question. I'm going to say, sure, I'll give you something to do. So I had to tell his shoulder to go away. Now I'm going to tell him something's about to happen. Stay out there. And now back up. One more. Good. Like I said, I don't think making a bomber that's just come to play. Good. So now what I have to fix, okay, I'm going to ask you. I'm not going to leave him very, very long. I might just send him on a circle and talk to you while he just kind of circles. But what do you think I need to change on that stretch?
This stretch?
On this stretch right here. I'm not going to ask him to stop. I'm just going to talk to you. It's okay.
I don't know. The stopping because he was going over to the next cone?
No. So he's changed it on his own actually already, which is nice. He wasn't using the whole circle. So now emotionally, he's just clearing the cobwebs. There's nothing. He's not suddenly sick. Here, talk to you, stop there, and back up. Now, he's likely to trot. So I'm going to see if I can communicate, don't trot. So I want to fix this circle on this side. So what I'm going to do is when he comes to this area here, I'm going to change my position to where I'm going to make it harder for him to do it wrong and avoid putting too much energy on him. I'm just going to kind of get in his way. Nice question. He's asking a lot of nice questions today. Good boy. Okay, I'll come say hi. You deserve that, then. You asked a nice question. Yes. He's like, he particularly likes and I noticed it yesterday, but I forgot to say anything. Okay, so I'm going to deliberately put myself in position to ask. So now I got speed, and that's okay because I had to communicate something else, so we lost the other thing. He's thinking about trotting, so I'm just going to try to get. I want more yield.
Beautiful.
Good boy. So now I'm going to see if I can't get him to walk this stretch, but also understand that I needed him to use the whole circle. So I'm going to be real gentle. See how gentle I'm being with my energy here? I'm going to just say, excuse me, I'm talking to you. Yep. Hey, talking to you. So I'm going to put him back where I wanted him. Good. That's where I want to do. So I might say, how about you just go straight down to this cone here, from this cone, and fix the piece that's broken. Because the other piece, he's likely, if I keep asking him to come through here and it doesn't need any fixing, but I do need to fix this. So I'm going to ask him to go, and again, real gentle. Yep. And I'm just going to say there. Good. And he responded to me, giving him energy with my hand at his cheek. When he started to cut in, I gave him energy at his cheek with this hand, no rope in it at all, and he pulled his cheek away. Okay, so I'm happy with where he is right now. Now you got to see where he thought, and I said, oh, don't do that.
Right.
Okay, and it wasn't real loud, so we want to be as quiet as possible, but as effective as we can be.
Okay.
Just in case it was to flip up and hit him in the eye. And I'll even stand where you were, so if he was comfortable with somebody standing there. Oh, we got a bomber.
Yeah.
But if he'll let it land in his mane, I can get it. Oh, sorry. Yeah, they're mean. They bite hard, boy. You're welcome. I tried. Oh, but he's back. He's back. Oh, sorry, buddy.
I don't know if you understand why she did that. It's okay.
on his leg. Oh, he's gonna kick or buck or something. Is it still on him? It's on mine, and now it's dead. Okay. Yes, and it's even the go cue is loud. Okay, so try not to even use the support. Just let him know it's there. Okay. So just like hold it out, but you don't even have to wiggle the rope at all. Yep, don't wiggle it. Now just say no, wrong way. He's got the wrong answer. Just give him a little bump. There, leave him alone. Good, back. Did you want to fly spray him? You said you didn't fly spray him yet? Yeah, I think they're starting to bother him, and then that's going to become his focus. Okay, so he's already giving you a little feedback emotionally. His expression has changed a little bit. Turn your energy way off, okay? So we're not going to need to kiss to tell him to go. We can just point and see if that works, and then if it doesn't work, then we'll kiss. Okay. Don't wiggle the other rope in support, so don't fan the other piece of the rope in support. Hold it out, or what I was doing is I was actually like spiraling it, like I was trying to get a towel to there, yep, and see if that's all he needs, because the quieter you can be, the better anyway. So, if you can keep him on a subtle cue all the time, that's awesome. That's advanced to that energy. Let me just do his face real quick too. He's a good boy, yes. He's a good boy. Yes, I know you want your pole, but that's not what I'm doing. And then what you're going to do if you're trying to fix that edge of that circle to cause him to go out further, you're just going to kind of step in his way more than you're going to give him too much get out of here energy. So we're going to see how quiet we can do it all.
Let me try
it. Yep. And as he goes away from you, don't close in that space so he understands it's going away from you is what you're looking for. One more hind. Yep, good. Oh, and that was what I was going to say. Make the backup real gentle so it's part of the game instead of him perceiving it as get out of my space, you're being punished. Okay, so that was good. Because if you saw when he was actually remembering the game from yesterday, when I stopped him one time, he was already ready to back up because he's like, oh, I remember this. And he was willing to do it as part of the game where I didn't have to tell him to do it. So we want to make sure that any indication that we give him of instructions, they're as polite and part of the game as opposed to correction. Yep. Yep, good. Perfect. So now you want to try to stay where you are. Try not to do as much walking. Bump him on the nose first to let him know something's going to happen. Then he'll know to look and see that you're looking at his tail. Good? Good, nice question. Up, don't wiggle. Bump him because he's got the wrong answer. Up, gentle. So it would be like, no, don't go that way. Look, go that way. Yep. See a little bump on the nose towards the direction you want him to go. Yep, there he goes. Yep. Get out of his way, don't follow him. Good. So you wanted to push him and then allow him to understand that you were pushing him out of the way. Bump him on the nose first. Try to get his nose. Yep. And high kneeled. There you go. Good. So it had to be clear that you said, hey, look at me. Kind of like you grabbed him by the chin and said, I wanted to tell you something. Look at me. And then correct or instruct the hindquarters. It's okay. So now the wrong answer could be a little uncomfortable. Coming forward when you want him to go back would have been, you could get allowed then. There, now leave him alone. Now ask him to do something before he decides to do something on his own. Hindquarters a little bit more. Good, back up. Only thing I'm going to do, which I think is an ongoing struggle for you, is to keep your feet still. So we want you to stay in the center and have him do all the circling. So we want him to find some responsibility, because otherwise he's just kind of thinking he's doing stuff with you. The only time you're going to kind of get in his way is... Then I'd like to either change directions or try to add a trot. So I think probably in our case we'll do it as, we'll just change directions and try to walk the other way, while we still have him emotionally quiet. Yeah. Okay, but first, so unless you told him.
I kind of.
Yeah, so let him have it.
Very close. So with me staying here, he kind of.
Okay, so that's when you would just take a step in that area. So, you know, you'd be like, no, I think this is my dance space, and it'll cause him to move off of your space. But as he, so like say you stepped into his space and he went like this, let him. Don't go with him. Yep.
Okay.
He's thinking about rolling. Good, nice yield. Up, up, up. So bring him back up there. And if you had been listening, you would have gone there. So now I'm going to make you go there. And this is where I had in mind. So how about you stop here, back up. Good. Before he finds something else to do, send him back out. Put your energy at his cheek. Yep. Like, and it's not even any physical energy, just put your focus on his cheek. Bump, bump, let him know something's happening, back up. So kind of what happens is you don't do the bump, bump as like a tap on the shoulder, hey, I want to tell you something. You kind of do it more like a pull around, and I think that's probably where you guys get in trouble as far as him coming in when you just want him to yield away. So put your energy at his cheek and his shoulder. He's thinking about dropping and rolling. Good. Yeah. Put your, focus on his cheek and his shoulder. He should turn out and away if your focus is right. There you go. Little bump, bump, bump. There, much better. So I did this with this little girl, Emily, Thursday. Yep, keep going. Okay, so I'm going to have you hold. Okay, so when you want him, he's going around, you're going to say, hold on, he's going. It's so hard for me when it's not a horse. So, okay, because I can't for some reason, it's going to be like a bump, bump, bump. Okay. To any kind of. Want to talk to you. So hold it tight for a second. And you're just going to feel of him, and then you're going to go, hey, I want to tell you something. Okay. They kind of go, I think you're going to tell me something. Then you say, excuse me, yeah, I do want to tell you something. And then it'll be enough communication for him.
So sliding my hand up the rope to get it.
Yep. And then feel.
Not a, right. Okay.
Yeah? Yeah. So there was a lot of nice flow to that, except for you didn't have him look at you before you were changing it to the hind yield. You know what I mean? So you said, hey, and he still hadn't listened yet before you were already moving on to the next thing. So when you say, hey, you could even do it in slow motion. When you say, hey, just then once you know that he's officially said yes, you're ready to tell him what to do then. But wait till you get the question. It doesn't have to be ears forward. It just has to be some acknowledgement that he's paying attention to you. So focus on the shoulder and the cheek. Should go out and away. Good. Feel bump. That's good. You just got to get a feel for it. Bump has to stop the front feet.
A bump has to stop the front feet?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then you can talk to the hindquarters. But you have to get the front feet to stop. So yeah, he came in with his ribs. Yep. Now all hind end. Good. Back up. So what would you, if you were here by yourself, what would you make your goals right now?
I want to not be so close.
Yep.
When it comes in. I want to walk out further.
Yep. Use the whole line. Let him do all the work.
Yes. I want him to stop his front feet. I want to stop. Walk out.
Yeah, well, we already established that we think it is probably more to him to have to stand still. And I would say his backup suddenly got a little dull too. And it wasn't because I said get quieter. It was he's decided that, go ahead, bump. There, now he's checked in. There you go. That's way better. Okay? He had a little swing to him still when you were telling, like he was still swinging that one front leg around before he was still doing that when you were already telling his hindquarter. It was way better. So, focus on his cheek and his shoulder, and if his ribs come at you, step in the direction of his ribs. And that's how you're going to increase this length of the circle. Bump, front feet need to stop first. That's okay. So that's going to be my bump stops the front feet. And until the front feet stop, I don't tell him to do anything else. It's funny that you actually, when you start to realize what your habits are when they're being brought to your attention, so it's good, because then that'll be easier for you to fix them.
Back.
So give him a little flick in the chest. Say, excuse me, I really am talking to you.
Back. Back.
But he's just told you he's been working hard at this. His brain is definitely involved. Yep, he's got the wrong answer. Yeah. So that initial lean, you should have said something then. Yep. That's better.
I'm still doing it.
Yep. It's all right, it's better. There's another, oh, that's a bumblebee, never mind. Yep. Good. So you get a nice departure there. You just want to change it on this side. Yep. Bump, bump, bump until he stops moving his front feet. So you quit on him. Did you see that you bumped? Then you kind of, there was like a what is it, a 10-second delay on the radio?
He kept walking.
And you stopped doing anything and he kept walking, and then you went to the yield, but he still hadn't stopped yet. So you had this like kind of a pause with nothing going on. So what you want to do is let's stay focused on his front feet.
Okay. So if I and
because you were trying to get him to bring his nose into you. So you want to bump him in the direction and put your nose this way. If he's going this way, you want to bump him in the direction and bring your nose this way. So whichever way his nose is, you want to bring him to where he's pulling his nose in. So it's, and it's so you would bump him this way. Coming this way, he'd pop his head this way.
to pop his head and then stop his.
When he pops his head, he should pop his head and stop his feet anyway, because he should be yes, and then you yield him. So good, and we don't want him to sour out on the yield.
Yep. Okay.
So we're just going to go ahead and ask him. If he yields on his own, that's fine too, because it's just habit. Yield. Yep. Yeah, I'm trying to think how.
Coming in, maybe I don't want to pop up and get really loud, but maybe I need to.
Maybe the first step before you bump him, before you take a feel, could be you throw, trying to get a kink out of the hose at a long distance. Throw a little roll through the rope so it causes the snap to do something. Then take your feel, and then be like, okay, now I am going to tell you something. So. And see if that helps, because it might take it down a step for you too.
Okay.
And then that should at least make him go, what? And then he'll feel the bump. Give him a little flip in the chest. He's decided that backup's not important. Nice departure. So that's not broken. So give him a little, yep, I'm going to tell you something. Bump, bump, bump. Stop moving. Yep. So let's see how he's got one forward step. Okay? So even with that one forward step, you could even give him a backup feel from there. So once this foot, and then decided to take another step forward, because he spiraled on this one, so he's decided to take another step forward. When he decided to take another step forward, now it's a backup, because now he's come more forward. So you're like, no, I didn't say come forward. I said stop there.
Put that
Yeah. So this, yeah. Good. Hopefully, wrong answer. It's okay. So, cheek, shoulder. Yeah. Good. So now, you're going to give him a little energy. Say, don't move your front feet anymore. Don't move your front feet anymore. Back them up. Back those two front. Yep, there. Idea of what you're looking for. Because it was a little too gray before.
Okay.
But do you see he was like, oh, I wasn't supposed to come in.
Right.
And that you could feel by the way he stepped back that made sense to him. It's like, oh, all right, I wasn't supposed to come in. So now it should be a little bit easier. You're going to have trouble up there because it's a different spot, but at least now you have a better to him. Yep, yep. Stay out there, stay out there. Good. Way better. Now go pet him so that you guys can kind of stay on good terms too. Well, yeah, he can scratch. Boy. It's the first while since the beginning, really. Or about the rope anyway. I don't think it was like a nip, but it was just funny to see him be mouthy at all because he hasn't done it in a while. So, cheek, shoulder. Yep. Good. Good. Now, you have it almost fixed here, so don't let it get messed up now. There you go. Now you can do the hind yield if you want. Yep, that's good. And now go ahead and ask for the hind yield from that position. Give him a little bump again. Say, hey, I'm talking to you. So you got an itch. Good. Good boy. Now back him up. So your focus now is going to be to get him using this edge of the circle.
Okay.
So put your focus on his cheek and his shoulder, and then get more on his cheek and his shoulder, more on his cheek and his shoulder. To leave? Yep. Stay. Ah! Look at that. Now go pet him. You both did great. I had a feeling that one was going to take longer to fix, so we should be good now. Give him a little bump, because otherwise that's driving energy. Good. Good. Stop his front feet. Oh, good. Back. Good. So let's eliminate that half step that he's still taking, but way better than it was. You got the energy, you got the right idea now. Shoulder, cheek. Yep. Good. Let him go. Yep. Stop the front feet. Stop the front feet. Good. There. Back. Good. You're back to swinging unnecessarily. Bump, bump, bump. Stop your front feet. Stop your front feet. Back up. Now even get that extra hind yield.
Looks pretty good.
Okay, maybe it's just from my angle. Yep. Now, there, yep, there, yep. So he kind of comes in with his whole body, but yep, there, good, good, back up, back up, back up. Good. Good. Practicing that a little bit. Okay, we're going to go the other way. Okay. That'll make it all new again. So wrong answer, but gently say wrong answer. Good, now take advantage of him looking the right way. Yep, good, leave him alone. Good. That was a nice hind yield, but we're gonna try to get him out of our space. Yeah, good, good. So your goal will be to get him to use the circle. Allow him to have that drift. Yep. Yep. Ooh, that's beautiful. And if I was being critical, I'd say those 2 extra steps were no good, but he was doing them kind of to square himself up. But you could even improve on that. Okay. But that was actually... Yep, wrong answer. Yep. Now tell him, once he looks at you, say, oh, okay, what was the right answer then? Wrong answer, he's going to get it again. Yep. There, now, there you go. So you're going to always be ready to tell him what the right answer would be. So I'm not going to comment on that because I was half looking away and it looked like he was way up on you anyway.
Yeah, that was my poor communication.
Okay. Something caught my eye, I looked away, and then I looked over and he was all in your space, so I figure I'm not going to say anything till I see what happened. Good, good, good. Stop the front feet, stop the front feet. Good. You can go pet him for that. Yep. Okay, so we can sharpen up his closeness to you, especially when you want to stop him because he's almost to leave almost, especially on or into that farther paddock at least. It has to say, I want you to go over there. So that way when we project that to him, he'll be able to pick that. He's gate sour. This is what that's really actually all about. So go ahead and he to make sure that because we know he's communication is perfectly clear and that he's responding the right way, so that way when our communication on this side is exactly the same as it is on this side, so he'll understand to go away.
Okay.
You're going to put your focus on here. A lot of focus almost on to tell his nose. I want you to go that way. And we'll see. And then you can bend him back as opposed to him coming in on you. So like say you said, here he's coming around and you already know from probably about here that he's intending to cut in because he's already on that path. Then talk to his nose and say, no, I want you to go out to that paddock. If he suddenly turns and starts going this way, that's okay. You can gently guide him back onto the circle. But at least he's now using the whole line.
Okay. So if he starts heading that way,
yep.
Let him go.
Yeah, if he suddenly starts cutting in, which is what he's been doing, and you say, no, I want you to go that way, and he turns almost and heads that way, allow him to, till he gets to the end of the line, and then just guide him back onto the circle. We could just fix this. He might pick up the trot as a result of us not stopping him, but we could just fix this part. Okay, tell him you want him to go all the way out to that other paddock. So you want him to go straight from where he is. It's okay. It's okay. He's misunderstanding it. Yep, so you're going to make it maybe a lower hand. So you're going to be pointing more at a lower hand. There you go. There you go. There you go. There you go. That again, and then just try to hold it a little bit longer. There. There. Almost. It's okay. He's getting the message. He's just not following through with it. So now you're just going to go from putting a focus on his nose to putting a little on his shoulder too. There you go. There. And then that's all you just wanted to. What you'll do is I'll let you move. I know I've like glued you to this spot. So what you want to do is you want to then, as he's got the right idea here, and then he doesn't take it. You know, he's got it here, and then he breaks back into cutting it in. So I'm going to allow you to move when you see him change from going where you told him to go to, oh wait, I'm supposed to be cutting in on this circle. Like that. I'm right here to tell you no. You need to keep focusing. So I'm going to allow you to tell him what to do here. Like, go there, and then as he starts to cut in again, step back in his way and say, no, I want you to go that way. Almost like you're trying to guide him into a trailer. Okay. You know, no, go that way. Try that. Yeah. Yep, now tell him yep, good. Yeah. Good. There you go. Now you got it. So now tell his nose where you want it to go now, because it's already pointed in the wrong way. There you go. There you go. Now. I say jump in, I don't mean like in an aggressive, get in his way, but yeah, leave him alone. Now get in his way.
Why?
It's okay. There was a lot of rope in his face. It's okay. Good. Yep, there. Leave him alone. Now there, a little bit more. At his nose. It's okay. There you go. Okay. So your hand's a little high to where he might have picked up the trot. So you literally want to like point at his nostril. Be like, hey, you got something in your, you got a bat in the cave kind of thing. You want to like point at him. Yeah. There you go. Point at his nose. There you go. There you go. There. Yep. Now. Yep. There. Did you feel that? That was an absolute response to what you were asking for. So go ahead and release him for a second. And I'm actually going to have you turn him loose to just give him a break for a minute. Turn him loose, just let him go. And then he can roll. We're not going to be completely done. I just want to give him a mental break.
I think that's great.
You could tell you said it, and he said, oh, okay.
Yeah.
Good boy. You can have a break. Yeah, go wander around, do something. Roll, do whatever you want to do.
He wants to go to sleep. When they yawn, is that like a...
It tells me that their brain has been just like Rubik's cubing.
Yeah.
And I love that response because so when